Hi everyone, welcome to Story with me. There is a purpose not to use animation, the stories which I read. That is to encourage young minds to stimulate their imaginary skills. Let's begin and enjoy with me. A time for reform. Gautama Buddha was born as Prince Siddhartha, son of the king and queen of Kapilavastu, Shuddhodana and Maya Devi around 566 BC. The kingdom was located on the borders of present day Nepal. Siddhartha or Gautama, as he was also known, was born into the Kshatriya caste of the Shakya clan. Soon after his birth, an astrologer predicted that the boy was destined to live the life of sage. He would eventually give up his right to the throne and all worldly pleasures. The parents of the boy were shattered. They decided to prevent him from being exposed to life outside the palace and kept a close watch on him. Thus, young Siddhartha never left the palace and saw nothing more than the luxuries of the palace. His parents hoped that he would get so used to such a rich lifestyle that he would never give it up. When he was 16, his father got him married to Yashodhara, the beautiful daughter of a nobleman. The king was gleeful that his son now had one more worldly attachment that he would not shirk. The older Siddhartha grew, the more curious he became. One day he summoned his charioteer and demanded that he be taken on a tour of the city. The first person they came across was an old man, weak and frail. By the side of the road, Siddhartha was intrigued by him and was told that with old age comes weakness and ill health. The next person they came across was a sick man in great pain. Siddhartha learned that the man was not immune from diseases. Then they saw a dead body being carried to the cremation ground. The young prince was told that everyone would die one day and leave the world. Finally, Siddhartha saw a sage, serene and calm. He heard that such holy men renounced their worldly possessions and desires. Siddhartha was deeply troubled by his first experience of the outside world. Questions about life and death plagued him constantly. As the days passed, he became more and more miserable. One day, he decided that to learn the answers to his questions, he would have to live his luxurious life. He left the palace that night while his wife and son slept. Then he was only 29 years old. Siddhartha wandered far, trying different ways to find the path to truth. Finally, he reached the city of Bodh Gaya and started to meditate under a large fig tree near the Mahabodhi temple, determined not to rise until fully enlightened. After 49 days of meditation, at the age of 35, he attained enlightenment. Gautama, from then on, was known as the Buddha or Awakened One. Buddha is also sometimes translated as the Enlightened One. He was named after the Bodhi tree under which he meditated. It is said that the tree has been destroyed time and again by man and nature, but it continues to spring up again without fail. The tree is worshipped as a sign of Buddha's presence. The Enlightened One shared his knowledge with 5 sannyasis who meditated near him. His first sermon on the turning wheel of Dharma was held at the Deer Garden. After that, he traveled all over the country, sharing the knowledge with the common people in the simplest language so that they would understand. He started to travel around teaching the key principles of Buddhism. These were called Noble Truths. The world is full of suffering and misery. Desire is the main reason for this suffering and misery. Suffering and misery can be removed by removing desire. Desire can be overcome by following the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path included right views, right thoughts, right speech, right actions, right livelihood, right efforts, right mindfulness, and right meditation. Buddha taught every man can control his own fate or destiny, and it is not in the hands of God. He criticized Vedic customs and rituals and demanded to know why Brahmins were considered superior. Buddha preached non-violence, peace, and harmony. He believed that people should treat each other with compassion, forgiveness, and tolerance. He encouraged his followers to lead a balanced life, one that was neither severe nor luxurious. He had a large number of followers, especially in Magadha, Kosala, and the neighboring areas. Whenever he traveled, he would be dressed in his saffron robes and would take along only his begging bowl and stick. Buddha was established a community of monks called Sangha. With them, he traveled far and wide, spreading his teachings and performing many miracles. In Sravasti, there is a story that tells how, on his throwing down the seed of a mango, a great mango tree instantly arose. Another story tells how the Buddha stood in the air, the lower part of his body engulfed in flames, with 500 jets of water streaming from the top of his body. Buddhism has now spread not only in India but abroad as well. Burma, China, Japan, and several other southeastern countries follow this religion ardently. Several monuments in India are tributes to Buddhism. These include temples and universities at Sanchi, Bharut, Amravati, Nagarjunakonda, and others. The famous Buddhist cave temples Ajanta, Ellora, Kanheri, and Karla are in Maharashtra in western India. In 483 BC, the beloved monk passed away. Though he lived centuries ago, his birthday is still celebrated as Buddha Jayanti in India. The Bodhi tree is still worshipped as the symbol of enlightenment. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story of Gautama Buddha listening with me. To listen more stories with me, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified for my every new upload. Till we meet with my next story, until then, bye-bye.